young man rumble.
The life of Muhammad Ali, one of the world's greatest heavyweight boxing champions, is already well represented on screen in both feature films and documentaries.
My father has a lot of sides, and you hear about the fights. You don't hear about family that much.
But this week sees the release of a fresh endeavour, I Am Ali. Among those featured in it are Muhammad Ali's daughters.
I think this film, I Am Ali, is different because you see him as the father, in addition to all his other roles. And this is a man who came home to his children after the bad headlines and the good headlines. So we really understand who the man Muhammad Ali is.
There was a little boy there. He looked frail, and he wanted to meet Muhammad Ali.
72-year-old Muhammad Ali, who's had Parkinson's disease for many years, was not directly involved in the film's production. For the documentary's British director, Muhammad Ali is a figure who's deeply compelling.
I once saw a photograph of Muhammad Ali. He was standing in a crowd, addressing a crowd, and a woman was holding up her baby to him. And I thought, wow, I mean, you'd hold up your baby to be blessed, so I thought if I could just get into the inner circle, I could maybe interview people and find out what it is about him that makes him so special.
He would always tell me time is gonna fly.
And she did get access to Muhammad Ali's inner circle. That included his daughters and a host of others.
Mariam, you're now 11 years old. Now, do you want to go to college?
One of the film's biggest assets are its audio recordings. We hear Muhammad Ali speaking in recordings he made involving family members in the 1970s.
Because he was retired from boxing at the time, he had more time at home and to sit down and relax and slow down. And he saw and got to experience with us a lot of the things that he missed with our other sisters, and being a father at home and seeing our first steps and taking us to school and waking up in the morning and having to go get me a popsicle, and he recorded it all.
This is a microphone, and when you get to be a big girl, I'm going to play this back so you can hear.
Different media is expertly brought together in this film. In 1967, Muhammad Ali was stripped of his boxing title when he refused to fight in the Vietnam War.
Clay now faces a nomadic existence of uncertain duration.
The documentary doesn't go into great depth on his anti-war stance or other actions that courted controversy, such as his conversion to Islam. This is a film that venerates rather than critiques. He was a very reviled figure a lot of the time in the United States and elsewhere. And you don't go into great depth at looking at that, do you?
No, because in a way I suppose I took it for given that people knew. I think the reason people love him so much, it really is because a lot of his time, it's the ups and downs of his life. He sort of triumphed over adversity in a way, because he was the Vietnam War. In fact, to some people now, if they watch the film, they still think he's a traitor. Some people think he was a hero, some people think he was a prophet.
Being immersed making this film with members of the family, how difficult was it to retain your independence?
The Atlantic was in their way, so I filmed them, but they didn't ask to see anything, they didn't hassle me about what was in the film. So I made the film I wanted to make, and then I showed it to them 3 months ago, and they had no creative involvement before that time.
It was unbelievable, the power that this man had.
I came to the conclusion in the end that he, like all people, he's very complex. There's so many different elements to him.
Everybody's born for purpose.
There's a vulnerability in his voice, and a sort of, you really get the sense of love he has for his family. And I just thought, there is something really special about him. But I couldn't say what it was.
What's your dad's name?
Muhammad.